There are cases that creep into your mind and never leave, not because of what happened, but how it happened. A suburban family, locked doors, security cameras, a daughter asleep upstairs, and yet her father vanished from the living room. No broken windows, no struggle, no noise, just gone. I am Detective Drayk, and I dare you to watch this case till the end. The call came in at 2:47 a.m., rain tapping against my windshield like a slow countdown. By the time I arrived, the house was too quiet. Not grief quiet, not panic quiet. It was planned quiet, that kind that feels orchestrated. The wife stood barefoot in the foyer, mascara smeared, not from crying, from waiting. She kept repeating the same line. He just stood up and never came back. The coffee table was still warm, TV remote on the couch. No signs of intrusion, no signs of life, but something felt off. Too many straight lines. The bookshelf alphabetized, every photo frame perfectly aligned. That kind of obsessive order doesn't survive a real crime, unless the crime requires it. I walked toward the back door and noticed something strange. The back lawn sprinklers were set to turn on at exactly the time the man disappeared. Not before, not after, exactly. I stepped outside. Grass was wet, but there were no footprints. Just one deep indentation near the hedge, and something shiny embedded in the mud. A chess piece, a black knight, not dropped, planted. All right, I've been staring at this chess piece for 2 hours. What do you think? Trophy from a game, a signature, or maybe it's a threat? I'm curious. How would you approach this if you were in my shoes? Drop your theory below. I read them all, sometimes at 3 a.m., especially when I can't sleep. I pulled the home's security footage. 10 cameras, each showing the same thing. Nothing, until I noticed. One camera had a 0.8-second skip, barely detectable, right as the man stood from the couch. In that blink, he was gone. I rewound frame by frame. One shadow didn't belong. On the wall behind him was a silhouette of a figure that wasn't his. Not tall, not wide, but angular, crooked, as if someone was standing behind the wall itself. I traced the architecture. The living room shared a wall with the laundry room. Only, it wasn't a laundry room. It was a false room, soundproofed, lined with steel, and empty, except for a single note on the floor, written in typewriter font. "Good move, detective. Your turn." I felt something tighten in my chest. Not fear, recognition. This wasn't a kidnapping. It was an invitation to a game that had started long before I arrived. You see, this wasn't his first move. I cross-checked the database for similar disappearances. Men between 35 and 45, suburban areas, zero struggle. 3 other cases matched. Different cities, different nights. Same exact black knight left behind. And each time, no ransom, no message, just a game piece. This wasn't about money or revenge. This was a player, someone watching from a few moves ahead. They didn't break in. They were already inside. Final lines, emotional moral twist. Most killers want to be caught eventually. It's the final page in their twisted story. But the ones who play with silence, with patience, they don't want to be seen. They want to see you struggle. This case didn't end. It began the moment I walked in. And if you're watching this, it means he might already be watching you too. But don't worry, I've dealt with worse. Just do me a favor. Click that little subscribe thing below. They say every detective needs backup. And let's be honest, I could use a few sharp minds on this board. Because the next move might not be mine, might be yours.